Alright guys, we're going to be doing a video on the Olight H16 Wave, the light I picked up last week. This is a special hands-free light that they were doing to the first 100 customers that chimed in on it. Obviously I was one of the first 100. I jumped on it just to check it out. That is the functionality or the settings for the light, what you get with it. A high of 500 looms. Your medium is 100 and your low is 5. Run times and all that good stuff right there. So basically the gist of this light was the fact that it was hands-free and it was kind of new compared to what I've been used to. The construction of the light strap is awesome. Battery pack, it has a power indicator of what level you're on. This one needs to be charged a little bit, but that's how I received it. USB charging cable right there. Good solid construction. Cording really nice. Very comfortable on the head. We'll go over the settings. You've got dual LEDs. That's on, of course. Hit it once, click it again for low, lowest. So you got your 3 settings. Very simple. Clicking it on, we'll go into medium and then we'll hold it and the light blinked. Purpose of that light blinking was to tell you it's in hands-free mode. So basically now all you have to do is wave your hand by the light 2 inches from the light and it cuts it on and cuts it off. While it's in hands-free mode, this lights up and stays blue. To turn it off, you hold it in and then it turns off the hands-free. Wait a second before you hit it again or it'll jump back into hands-free mode again, and then click it. Piece of lint or something. But basically that's the functionality of the light. Pretty cool. I like what they did here. I have one complaint though. It really took me by surprise coming from Olight. The only other headlamp I ever bought from Olight was this $15 one for my daughter. I actually bought like 4 of these and I got one in multiple places because for 15 bucks and what you get out of this, you get the settings and everything that this light is capable of doing for 50 bucks is well worth it. It's made out of plastic, it feels cheap, but it's really a good little decent light for 15 bucks versus some of your other products out there. It has a warranty and it's just a little flimsy light made by Olight that's actually a really good light for the price that it comes in at and what you get for 15 bucks. So this is more of their high-end light running at 50 bucks after the 30% off. Is still including shipping about 55 bucks. It's kind of on the high-end spectrum of lights because I think I paid like 50 bucks for this through night, which is an excellent light. All aluminum body construction. Very nice light. I have used this for a few years and I love the heck out of it. Been on multiple camping trips. I love this light. Little heavy up front. That's why I wanted to check this one out. This spaces out the components so it kind of isn't as heavy in the front. It's got weight in the back, some weight on the sides for the cordage, and the bulk of the light actually is more or less in the battery pack. And that's what I'm going to jump on now is the construction of the light itself up here. It's plastic. And it doesn't feel like a very quality plastic. You can even hear that even what's up here is plastic as well. It's very plasticky. It even looks very plasticky. This is how I received it. It's got like, it's like fit and finish is not, it's got a couple of, I could care less of fit and finish because it's going to be marked up. It's going to be used. I'm not going to harp on that, but there are a couple flaws here and there on the fit and finish, and it's very plasticky feeling and very cheap feeling. Doesn't mean that this light is bad. I just expected more out of Olight for the price point, considering they make all aluminum hardcore body flashlights that are really good and excellent. And I've never said anything bad about Olight. They make great stuff. This right here, I was kind of disappointed that they made this out of a plastic stuff. Not to say plastic is bad, it almost feels like it's not going to be that strong. I could literally break this just by pulling it forward and it would snap right off. That's how flimsy I feel it is. I could just snap this right off. And I can see myself working on my car, you know, and possibly I'm using a wrench and the wrench slips off, hits my headlamp and breaks the light or something of that nature, it falling off, or just using the light. And what if I'm rock climbing and I go to put my head up against the wall and, you know, I possibly break the lamp. You know, it's made out of plastic. It's not, you know, I don't know. These are just some weird, wild examples, but I just foresee this light not lasting a long time for the material it's made out of. I'm just kind of come up with examples, guys. I'm sure you can come up with 1,000,001 examples how you can break a plastic light that is kind of flimsy, that the way this feels. But construction up here, I'm not impressed with it. Everything else on the light, very impressed with. The operation of the light, impressed with it. The wave feature, impressed with it. The switching and how it works, impressed. The construction of this right here, not impressed. I think it's kind of cheap. That's just my opinions, may vary. I know they did it probably for the weight issue. They wanted to keep this light, but sometimes keeping something light and using cheaper materials is not worth the sacrifice to me. But opinions vary. I think they should have went with a light aluminum or anything but what came out, because it just seems really cheap and flimsy. But it works well. It does what it's supposed to do. Even that, going back and forth a little, see that I just had to push the pin back into place by moving it. The pin sliding. See that pin? See how I just pushed it? By going back and forth, it's rotating out. So I don't know what's up with that. The pin, and that's even plastic, is moving back and forth when you play with that. That's what I mean. It's all plastic. I don't like plastic. It just breaks so easy. I mean, I've had a lot of bad experiences with plastic. Not polymer, but maybe this is polymer. I don't know. It's too lightweight and just feels cheap for what I paid for it. You know, I did pay $55 for it. I expected more for what I paid for. But I'm not saying the technology isn't here, and I'm not saying it's a good quality, but what I've bought in the past, I expected more. But that's it, guys. The Olight H16 Wave. Thanks for watching, guys.